Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna put a new set of bearings and seals in the rear axle on this 2002 Camaro SS. Okay, once you get the car up on jack stands and you remove the rear cover, drain the fluid, you can come over here and start taking the wheels off. So I just these cars here have little plastic covers on the lug nuts, so I'll remove them first. Okay, so once you get them covers off, then you can remove the lug nut. Okay, just remove your wheel and go over and do the other side. Okay, next thing we got to do, guys, we got to remove the caliper so we can get the rear disc. And these calipers are held on by two 15mm bolts. Okay, so the first one is right on the top here. And then the second one's down here. Okay, I'll screw them right up by hand. Okay. Just pull your caliper ahead just to get it off the disc. Pull the disc off. And instead of leaving this hanging, I like to just take the bolts and put them right in because they're not in the way. You can pull this axle out, no problem. I leave the pads in too. They won't go nowhere, I don't think. Okay, so now we're going to get back under the car. Okay, guys, once you have the rear disc removed, you got to come under here, and you might have to put the car in neutral so you can spin your rear end to get around to here. This here bolt is 5/16. You might be tempted to try to take it off with a wrench. Don't, as you can, I don't know if you can see on camera, but I've rounded the edges on this one because I tried to get it off with a wrench. You need a socket. Unfortunately, it won't fit. So what I had to do is remove that cap. When you put these back on, you got to torque them to, I believe it's 60 or 65. I put these ones at 65. As far as how the cap goes back on, you can see this tab right here points out, so you don't have to worry about putting it on wrong. So now I can get this here. Pull that. You might have to remove the cap anyway just to pull that out, so I guess it might not matter. And then you pull this block out. Now yours might not be like this because this here's got, I think it's the torsion. I think just on the 4th gens, just the SS's got them, and maybe the WF6s, I'm not sure. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not. You can see the axle tube, so I'll take the axle tube and push it all the way in, and then you got, that's how you get this little clip out. Now, you might have to use a magnet to get it out, but I think I can get this one. So this one come right out. So that axle will be good to haul out now. Now I got to get the other one. Just push it in. And there, that key fell right out. Now I gotta fish it out. Okay. Okay, so with those out, now the axles will slide right out. What I like to do, now if you got the pin, the round pin, you really wouldn't have to worry about it, but I like to put this back in so it's oriented the same way that whoops, I already got it mixed up. Put it back in like this. I got it upside down. So I guess there's only one way for it to go in anyway. So I don't think I had to worry. I don't think it'll go the other way. I'll try it the other way. I don't think it will. So I was always concerned, yeah, it only goes in one way, so I guess you don't have to worry. Okay, guys, once you get those C-clips out, you can pull the axle. So we'll start pulling this out. Just gently pull it out. Just set it aside. Okay, there's your bearings. So the seal's not leaking much, but I bought them, so I wanted to put them in. Now, this does require some special tools. There may be a way to get it out without the tools, but I just didn't want to screw around with it. These here, I got these off Amazon for, I don't know, I think they're about $40, and this here was 50 or 60. It's a little more rugged than what I need, I guess, but yeah. So I gotta make sure I get the right one. I think this uses the smallest one, I believe. Just loosen this nut here so that washer can come back. And this slides in and it grabs the bearing. Okay, I gotta this back further. Okay. That should be grabbing onto that. So then you tighten this back down. So you probably want to get it as tight as you can with your finger. Okay, that should have a good hold. And this is called a slide hammer. Maybe I should have fastened it on first. I don't know, but the whole thing turning here now. Should be threaded in good. Okay, and you just slide it back and there. Okay. So these bearings look fine. I would say they didn't. I'd say they didn't need to be changed, but the seal wasn't leaking that bad either. But I wanted to do it, wanted to get it done. I had a technical difficulty. The camera quit running. Anyway, I'm gonna find something that. That's close I'm gonna get. I don't have a socket big enough, so I'm gonna have to use this. Actually, before I do that, okay, so this here is for pressing out ball joints and universal joints. Anyway, that just happens to be the perfect size. If you had a socket or something, this here will work. So I can drive that in with this. I already started it. I started with one of these here, but I don't got one quite the right size. This here will work. Okay, it must be seated. Okay, so here's the new seal. Just gonna put a little bit of oil on that. Line that up. This should also work for that, I think. There. Okay, so we got the slide hammer set up for the other side. Here. Okay, so here's the bearing for the other side. So we're up here a bit. So line this up. Okay, so she's seated. New seal. Okay, so that seals in. Okay, all we gotta do is put the axles back in, put the C-clips back in. Okay guys, I'm gonna put the axle back in. I'm just gonna give it a little squirt of oil here. Grab the axle. When you're putting it in, you just try to kind of hold it even. Okay. Just gotta move it around a little bit to get, this is where it's going into the rear end, there. And just push it all the way in. Okay. Now you can see where that C-clip goes. We'll just shove it up in here. Shove it in and push the axle back, and that'll hold that C-clip. Okay, we'll just shove a little more oil in this one. It up just a bit. Okay. There it goes. Just push it all the way in. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. You can see where the C-clip goes. Just slide it in. Okay, I got it in, and I just push that axle. Oh, it's falling off. Dropped it again. Okay, it's in, and I push that axle. There. And then the block goes in to keep it from coming out. Remember, this block only goes in one way. And like I said, this is for the SS and probably the WF6. You may have a different rear end that uses a big round pin, but it still has a bolt that goes in it. Another good thing too is put a little blue Loctite on this. I don't have any right at the moment, but there's some residue on there, so hopefully that'll be good enough. Get it in there good and tight. You don't want it so tight that you strip it, but cap back on. Remember, the cap's got that little tab on this side, so you won't get them on backwards. Okay, guys, so I'll put the rotor back on. Just grab the rotor. Probably wouldn't hurt to use a little blue Loctite on these too, but I don't have any. Okay, now these are going to be torqued to 80 foot-pounds. Torque these to 80 foot-pounds. Okay, just do the same thing on the other side. Put your rear cover back on, fill it up with fluid, put your wheels on, set her back on the ground, she's ready to go. Anyway, guys, hope this video helped somebody out, and we'll catch you in the next one.